Hello, my snowflakes, my turtles, and my pickles, and my NMW club, no matter what club. Welcome, all of you. And if you're new, just hang on. We'll cover it. I usually do. There's plenty of smackdowns. What is a smackdown? This means smackdown. It looks pretty in pink, but it means a smackdown is coming. Why? Because we sometimes think that we have such control over ourselves that we can allow goodies and treats and overdoing things that we probably did when we ate the standard American diet. Except now we're doing it and we're calling it legal keto foods, right? So just be aware of your own disease. I can't tell you if you've got a disease or an addiction or if you just like to eat too much. I've never met anybody really that just says they like to eat too much, and I'm not an addict. Okay, keep coming, keep tuning in. You might get in touch with it. But for most of us, we did do too much of the wrong things too often. And if that makes you an addict, okay. But if you don't like the word, you just ate too much of the wrong things too much. And I'm happy with that. If you're happy, I'm happy. So today's topic is about feeling wonky. What does that mean to you? When you hear wonky, what does that mean? You know, it kind of reminds me of like something on this you're on this little like pan or maybe the scale, the kitchen scale, and you're just kind of alive like a phone that's blowing up with some drama du jour, and it doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel secured. It feels, to me, that's what wonky feels like. It's just a little bit off. I know I can handle this better. I have before. I can get through this. I'm just feeling a little bit wonky. So to me, that's a message from your body to like look at certain things that you're doing, eating, behaviors, drinking, burning the candle at both ends, not getting enough rest, not getting enough sleep, eating some dubious ingredient type of items. Wonky to me means it's time to just overhaul and take a look at what you're putting in your mouth. I know that when most of us start keto, we're at the end of that rope. You are familiar with that rope. It's when you finally, I don't know if it's trying on something, not fitting into a seat, you can't fit your favorite jeans, even the zipping, lying down, lying flat in your back and trying to zip up. Not that I ever did that. I never did that. That never happened to me. All I can say is thank goodness they start putting elastic in these jeans, right? And so things just aren't working, and you kind of got a little routine in your food plan. But what might get your attention about your wonkiness is the scale's not moving. And maybe even your bowels aren't moving, right? To get a little TMI. There may be some things. You may be crabby. You may get that comment said as they're walking out the door and they're kind of mumbling it. You're no fun since you went keto, or any of those sort of things. I know what? Not fun since you went keto? Come do some keto coaching with me. We'll put fun back in your day, fun back in your foods. And they may not be what you think you're having now is making you happy, but it will make your eating clean. It will make your clean. It'll make your foods, your eating, your daily, what you're having, just giving you abstinence in a way that maybe you don't have. Has your tracking gotten messy? If, this is for people that do track. If you track and it's gotten messy, what does messy mean to you? Does messy mean to you that you're catching your tail at the end of the day? Does messy mean to you that like on Tuesday, you're putting in what you ate Monday, maybe even Sunday? Because, well, you hate to leave something open-ended and you want to just kind of finish it up. It's not like you're working with me and somebody's looking over your shoulder and saying, hey, what happened to Sunday? Where did Monday go? This is all just internally, and because you know better. You might tune in here every morning for your coffee, so you just get the basis, and maybe you're not as strict and disciplined as I am with your weighing, your measuring, your tracking, and just the simple little things that have gotten me to maintenance. But listening every day gives you an idea of like, maybe I could do those things. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to commit to like 30 days of tracking or 30 days of weighing that heavy whipping cream that I've been putting in my coffee. Anything like that. I know that for me, I always had a heavy hand. It's like the butcher with the thumb on the scale as he's weighing your 10.99 roast beef, right? Or it's like me not weighing and measuring heavy whipping cream or butter or sour cream for my taco salad. I could go way off the trail of what I'm supposed to be eating real easy, real quick. And dairy's one of those places, we may not have an allergy to dairy, but if you have too much of it, like, if you watch somebody else's video and they're just pouring in the heavy cream and it's not sitting on a scale, and then they're dumping in there are 2 or 3 packets of yellow, pink, or blue, or maybe even Truvia, some things with dubious kind of ingredients and came from a chemical lab, did not come from, some form of natural at one point. Just because they're doing it and they might have had a whoosh, you don't know their whole journey. I've watched some keto people just absolutely fade from doing YouTube videos. And what are they doing? I don't know. But they were so hot and heavy. They had great editing skills. They, produced 10 or 12 videos. And then you go to look at them. I'll go in and I'll see, well, who is this keto person? I don't think I know them. And I'll go into their videos and they haven't been seen for 8 months. And it's like they were so strong before, or they were so wrong before. And they might have just gotten taken out, picked out of the pack because they were doing fringe keto. Do you know what fringe keto could be? Well, especially in the summer, fringe keto could be, it ends at 4 o'clock on Thursday because you took off Friday and you took off Monday and you're heading out to somebody's house. And so Thursday night, you don't want to be making food because you're leaving, in the middle of the night to get to where you're going. So you order a pizza, or, you wake up the next day and you want to do some franchise shopping, and maybe you begin your franchise foods, which, you can do it keto, but the food is the same quality as you would find in your fridge, bacon with no nitrites and organic cage-free eggs that they're sitting in your fridge, or even the cheese. It's not American cheese, which has nothing to do with cheese. It's a cheese food. Read the back of the label. And so then you do your drive to where you're going, and you've had all this franchise food, and you get there, and they're having some sort of a cookout. And of course, they don't know that you're keto, so they've made all the old standards that you're used to eating when you're visiting with this party, stuff like that. That's going to be a wonky feeling driving home on Monday afternoon to resume whatever life you have Tuesday morning after being with them. And little by slowly, and I'm telling you, it happens. If you're not paying attention to your food, nobody else certainly is, right? And so a lot of people, they get thrown off when they have visitors or they are a visitor. And so that's where you really need to be careful. That is where you are inviting Wonky along. Wonky's in the back seat. Wonky's saying, yeah, pull into the drive-thru, go ahead and have it. And, no, they're just croutons on the salad, or they're just chips underneath the taco bowl. I can just do this. I can ask for extra sour cream and eat it even though I'm not tracking it. And I can, load up my thing. And then when I get the black coffee, because I want to fix it myself, I can add in all those packs of the artificial sweeteners and, take a step back and really think this through. If you've been doing a great job with yourself since January, February, March, and you've lost, 10, 20, 30 pounds, and keto is working and you are just zooming along, well, there's part of me that says, well, you've been doing it for 4 or 5 months. Why can't you keto-fy your 4 days away from your own house? Do the franchise food, get it ketoed, even if it's not optimal, it's still keto, right? And when you're at that person's house, stick to grilled meat, a veggie, and a salad. And if you're wise, you might be stopping at some sort of store and getting a tubby of spring mix or a tubby of baby spinach and a bottle of, extra virgin olive oil, or maybe even macadamia nut oil if you find it. So you're taking care, you're CYAing. And why? Because you care about yourself, right? You're getting a couple of avocados. You're getting, little things that you can bring there that don't say, I don't trust that you're going to be able to feed me. It's just additions to what they're going to feed you. And it's your way of healthy eating. An iceberg salad out of a bag or two is not probably how you've been eating, I hope, with a bottled salad dressing. And so for somebody else, they know that that's not the main attraction. So they buy a couple of bags of that gassed iceberg, and they buy a couple of bottles of, commercial salad dressing where the first ingredient is canola oil or soybean oil. Well, that's not how you're going to take care of yourself. You want something dark and leafy. So get a package of feta, get the baby spinach, get the extra virgin olive oil, and just bring it to them. Put it in one of those bags, the shopping bags that you have to have when you leave the store now. And just, it's there. You're taking care of yourself. If you're diabetic and you're going someplace for 4 days, you're packing all the things that you're going to need. You're not expecting that from the host, right? And so if you treat your keto food plan like it's important for you, you're going to do the same. Ain't nobody going to be shopping for you, sister. I know one time I went as a guest to my friend's house in North Carolina, and she emailed me and she said, what are some of your favorites? Because I want you to be able to wake up and have whatever it is that you have. I was not doing keto at the time, so I gave her my list of my few special little things that make me happy, because I've always had little things that make me happy. It's just with the keto food plan, it changed. And you know what I'm talking about. We just do what we do and we take care of ourselves. And small pleasures for a keto eater like me are huge. So I'm never going to expect that somebody's going to have organic extra virgin olive oil, much less macadamia nut oil. And I'm never going to expect that they have a tub of organic, dark green leafy veggies. So to stop at a Whole Foods, a Stop and Shop, or Kroger, or Piggly Wiggly, and fill just one of those food things with just your staples, like heavy whipping cream. Most people don't have heavy whipping cream. They might have all the other types of things that you don't want to have. And in addition to other dairy things like half and half or fat-free half and half, or, some sort of dairy milk. If you use almond milk or cashew milk, you want to make sure you have that. And then don't forget your butter, Bring a pack of Kerrygold. You just want to be, ready. You want to take care of yourself. I can't imagine waking up in the morning at somebody else's house and they have absolutely nothing that fits my, coffee needs. I might even bring a little whisker with me. Whisker! And I'm not talking about the ones that sprout after your postmenopause. I'm talking about the whisker that you can get from Amazon for like $7 or $8. That'll fit right in that little bag too. So you're covered. And at first they might like roll their eyes or whatever, but when they see how much weight you've lost and how serious you are about your lifestyle eating and not just, whatever, they will respect you. They may tease you. They may, oh, come on, this isn't going to hurt you. You loved them last year, these 7-layer squares that we eat after dinner, or anything else like that. And just no is a complete sentence. right? And I will tell you from my 67 years of being a card carrying standard American diet food binger that the you cross over the line once, you might as well hang it up for the next 4 days because your head will start saying to you, okay, I'll just enjoy myself this weekend. I'm going to hop back on it on Tuesday. I can't tell you how hard it is to hop back on. That's why I have a load, I almost said S load of Messy Monday videos because it happens. You drink too much, suddenly easy, or you OD on the keto foods. You know, I made a vow when I entered Overeaters Anonymous. No appetizers, no eating standing up. It sounds really corny and eye-rolling, but I'm telling you, in these social events of the summer, there's a lot of appetizers and there's a lot of eating while standing. When I'm at one of those events, it fills the plate, I sit down and I freaking dine, okay? Just like I would if I was home, here in my own home. I know it sounds I know I sound really weird and everything else, but you know, I've worked really hard getting to and staying on maintenance. And these are some of the just oh so simple ways that I'm able to have gotten here and stay here, okay? So be very, very careful because that one yes could take you out. That second or third glass of something that is an adult beverage could make you have 15, pepperoni or salami and cheese roll-ups while you're standing, while you're talking, while you're not paying attention, and you've already had your macros filled by then before you sit down to all the things that they have. And it's just going to get easier and easier to just slip back into that old eating pattern. So I want you to be careful. We do have true confessions and messy Mondays, but I want you to be careful and enjoy yourself. And you can do it while still eating keto. Trust me, if you slip up that next day, you're going to feel pretty yucky and you're going to want to stay that way, or you already crossed over so much you say, well, I'll just go back on it on Tuesday. Tuesday might not come. Or Tuesday might be in September and not in June or August or July, right? So just be careful. I care. I will see you the next time. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with keto well under 20 for me and those people that I coach. I'll see you the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.